Well, it finally happened. Hell froze over, and a man that seemingly was never going to win a trophy in his entire life managed to chase down a trophy with maybe the easiest club to win a trophy with, Bayern Munich. And I'm not saying that to discredit the guy, because I genuinely am very, very happy for Harry Kane, and I think that his career is a fabulous example of how trophies should not be used to define the overall quality of a player in some ways. Can Harry Kane ever be in the greatest striker of all time conversation? Probably not. Almost definitely not, because you just have to be able to go out and win a bunch of trophies. Now, if he wins a Champions League and 4 more Bundesligas, then maybe we can have that conversation, because he's proven that he can do the most important thing in the sport, which is win. But Harry Kane has been one of the 3 or 4 best strikers on the face of the earth for more than for a decade, roughly. And he's finally got what he deserved, what Tottenham could not give him. It's the Gareth Bale experience. He leaves, goes to Real Madrid, and then has his first trophyless season when he returns back to Tottenham on loan. But I'm going to leave Tottenham off to one side, because Harry Kane has been so unnecessarily slammed, I believe, over the course of his career. And it's an impossible argument to win if you're one of the people like me that's always been saying, look, any team in the world would want to have Harry Kane. He is amazing. He does this. He does that, right? Because winning trophies is subjective. I mean, obviously, it's objective whether you actually win the trophy or not. But it's subjective how much you contribute to that. Or on the flip side, how much you don't contribute to that, right? I mean, Harry Kane has missed penalties in World Cup quarterfinals, right? I've seen it. That happened at the last one, right? He has had opportunities that he has missed in cup finals, in late cup runs. He has had multiple cup finals. I mean, he played in a Champions League final. He's played in a couple of Carabao Cup finals. He's obviously played in Euros finals. And even though he's one of the best strikers of a generation, he never was able to really take over those games. It just so happened that in those particular matches, he wasn't at his absolute best. He didn't score a hat trick. He didn't score a brace of 2 fabulous goals, right? It didn't happen. Or at least it didn't happen at a level high enough where he was able to actually win the trophy. Now, of course, the majority of matches that Harry Kane plays, he doesn't take over. But basically, no player takes over the majority of matches they play and makes it impossible for their team to lose, right? Especially at the world-class level. So it's statistically possible. I might be getting a little too analytical here, but I'm just breaking this down. It's statistically possible that Harry Kane wasn't choking in those big matches, that he just didn't have a particularly great game. And it's not like he's played poorly in every single one of the finals that he's played in, right? The guy has also deposited penalty kicks in shootouts and such, right? He has also been a contributing factor, a massive contributing factor to help teams get to that point in the first place. And to be honest, the amount of pressure that goes into playing in the Premier League, in the Bundesliga, in the Champions League, to the point that you get to the final, just being able to survive that and put up good numbers is a sign that you are indeed a very good player. And Harry Kane's numbers are silly. They're foolish. This is the most overdue trophy of all time. Last year, while not winning the Bundesliga, he scored 36 times. He scored 30. They only play 34 matches in the Bundesliga. Scored 36 goals. Okay, that's stupid. That's silly. Let me give you an idea. This is, thank you ESPN for this, Kane's Bundesliga domination. This is a graph of Harry Kane, number of games played, number of goals scored, relative to Erling Haaland, who had a pretty good Bundesliga career. That's where Harry Kane is in this graph or whatever. Apparently I can draw on it. I don't know what the hell this is. I don't know what ESPN's doing here. ESPN's popping off. Maybe he scores less goals. I'm done. See, there you go. Oh, I'm trying to guess. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, anyways, I was wondering how to get the rest of this graph to pop up like I had it before. You just click I'm done. This is where he is relative to Erling Haaland. Number of games played, number of goals scored in the Bundesliga. He's ahead of him. Erling Haaland, the man who does nothing but score, the man who is an absolute goal machine, that's known as the best pure goal-scoring striker on the face of the earth. That guy. Harry Kane, who also has brilliant technical skill in the build-up play, has scored more goals than him. at basically every point of his entire Bundesliga career. And he's finally got one trophy to show for it. Just one. And I think if anybody's, of course, I think everybody's happy for him. I don't know who I'm arguing with. Maybe I'm arguing with a ghost. But if anybody's not happy with Harry Kane winning a trophy, are going to continue to try and make fun of him for this, or say that he didn't earn it at Bayern Munich, then I don't know what else to tell you. You know, you earn the trophy at Bayern Munich. You be good enough to play at Bayern Munich. That's how you earn that trophy. Of course, Bayern Munich's going to win fucking trophies. It's Bayern. They've won 11 of the 11 of the last 12 Bundesligas are theirs. They kind of suck in the DFB Pokal relative to that. They're a Champions League capable winning team, right? And the German Super Cup will be beckoning again next year. Bayern, they had their first trophyless season in 11 years last year with Harry Kane, which was not his fault. But this team is a juggernaut, and it's a juggernaut because they have the best players. And you win those trophies with Bayern because you deserve to play for Bayern Munich. Right? People, like, I said at the beginning of this video, and I'm kind of playing into the way that people think about this sort of stuff, is that, oh, well, he went to Bayern and got a really easy trophy. Most people can't fucking go to Bayern, dude. Especially go there and play, right? Maybe if you're like Jared Bowen, you're like, oh, I'll go to Bayern and I'll ride the bench and pick up a trophy, then maybe we could have a conversation. But we're talking about the starting striker with 24 goals in the season, one of the key players on the entire team. How many people can walk into Bayern and be that? Not many. There just aren't a lot of players that Bayern would want to sign that could walk into their first team and be good enough to play regularly for Bayern or Real Madrid or PSG, those types of teams where people look at it and they go, well, that trophy was pretty easy. You have to be good enough to play on the team. Harry Kane has always been good enough. And he was more than loyal to Tottenham for the incredible length of time that he spent there. He went through eras at Tottenham, eras where they were good, eras where they were not. And look at how bad they are without him. There is circumstantial evidence that Harry Kane was literally the only circumstantial evidence that he was the only person holding it all together. That Harry Kane was it. That without Harry Kane, all of the warts could finally be exposed. That's another difficult thing about team sports, is if you're really a good player in a team sport, you can mask a lot of the issues that your team might have. And the moment that you are gone, those issues become readily apparent, and the team rots out rather quickly. Now, Manchester United doesn't have maybe as clear a person to point at as Tottenham does, but when Harry Kane left, Tottenham has been on, basically, with the exception of the Europa League, a straight downward trajectory. Now, there were a lot of really touching parts to this, and there were a lot of memes from this as well, but Harry Kane immediately posted just a trophy on his Instagram story, which, talk your shit, man. Talk your shit. Talk yo shit. You're the champion of Germany now. That's it. Because I don't even know if I could imagine what it was like to be Harry Kane all these years, because it was fun for us to joke about, for me to joke about. I made fun. Even the fact that they were playing against Leipzig, and if they'd won that match yesterday, that they would have won the championship, and then Yusuf Poulsen, the Leipzig lifer, scores an equalizer in the 94th minute, and Harry Kane's standing on the sideline. Like, there's so many of these moments. The German Super Cup, right, where he could have just picked up a cheap first trophy, but somehow manages to lose that. All these memeable moments where Harry Kane didn't win a trophy. And they were funny for me. They were funny for you. He's been reading that and seeing that in greater and greater intensity his entire career. It has haunted him. We're looking at somebody that scored like 300, 400 career goals. I don't know what it's at, but it's something ridiculous, right? He's achieved things that 99.9% of people that ever kick a ball couldn't even dream of. He's been dealing with people just talking at him, making fun of him for so long, right? And that's tough to deal with. And the moment that you actually achieve what all these people think that you're not going to be able to achieve, talk it up. You've got to talk it up. And I'm not going to blame him for talking it up. Now, it was kind of funny the way that it ended up happening. The Freiburg, but Leverkusen basically needed to win to stay mathematically in the race. They were kind of already out of it. Freiburg went up 2-0, and then Leverkusen was pulling off this comeback, 82nd, 93rd minute. For a moment, it looked like Leverkusen was about to ruin Harry Kane's potential celebration again. But this is the picture that I kind of just want to leave you with. Because it's not even just Harry Kane, it's Eric Dyer, who had also, I believe, never won a trophy in his career. Same thing, obviously, Sporting and then to Tottenham. And this is the two of them hugging. This is the two of them singing Sweet Caroline together, at the Bayern kind of watch party, celebrating the fact that they finally have a trophy. Tonight is the night for Harry Kane. One of the best strikers of a generation that unthinkably, unfathomably, had literally never won any trophy, not even one of those piddly little Super Cups before. He's got one now. Congratulations, Harold. Now, if you can get one for England, everybody will forget that you ever weren't winning trophies at all.